What's going on, YouTubers? Top of the morning to you. And I hate that word, mourning, because we mourn at a funeral. Anyways, we're going to get into the word game in one of my videos. That's a big part of this illusion that we're all in, is these words. They're the spells that we're all under. But this is going to be a bit video. It's a story. A story I got many years ago from a guy by the name of The Anti-Terrorist on YouTube. You should check him out. He's got a lot of knowledge. Anyways, this is called Just a Thought. Once upon a time, there was everything and nothing. Everywhere and nowhere. Just pure consciousness. Experiencing being conscious. Well, after an indeterminable amount of time of simply being conscious, consciousness thought it would be nice to have a conversation about being conscious. So it divided itself into two. Although both parts knew they were the same and identical and one, the experience was thrilling and the conversation was captivating and time flew by. Well, eventually that became a little sight-lick and dull. So they say to each other, let's play a little game. Let's pretend that being over there is more important than being over here. So they did. They raced back and forth, suspending mental disbelief of whether they were where they were or not. They took turns winning and congratulated each other on their wins. Then they divided over and over again to make the race more interesting. But eventually that became predictable and dull as before. So they say to each other, well, let's pretend that if I get there before you, then that means I really win and that means I'm better than you. They all laugh and they say, I am you. They say, oh yeah, I forgot. They laughed for an eternity. And then one says, okay, how about if I get there before you, that means I really win and you die. Well, if I die, you die, because I am you. Oh yeah, that's right. They laugh for an eternity again. And then one of them says, okay, here's a goodie. Let's say that if I get there before you, you have to forget that you're me. Oh, yeah. Let's do it, man. And we've been playing this game ever since. When you realize that we're all one, and we all came from the one source of it all, and color is just an illusion, we can stop playing this game and start another. Like I said, this is just a thought. As the anti-terrorist says, it's something a friend of his once told him a long time. It's better to choose the perspective that makes you feel best, because it usually means you're flowing downstream instead of against the current. The other option is to believe that nothing matters. I choose to believe that we created all this for whatever reason, to have whatever experience. And I believe something came in here and hijacked it and rewrit over the program. You know, perhaps this is a story you'd prefer to relate to your children. It might be a little bit more empowering than some of the bullshit they're being taught in the public school system. And being that they still have minds and are able to create, you might want to give them this note. Anyways, that was from The Anti-Terrorist by Rick James, bitches. You know, this word game is a serious fucking thing. You know, like apartment. We know ment means mind, okay? In Latin. Okay, and that's where all of our language originated from, was Greek and Latin and Sumerian and Kemetan shit. So, like I said, there's a big story to this language, people. Apartment. Okay, we know what apart means. It means to separate. Okay, so if we know that ment means mind, the word apartment means to separate the mind. Okay, that's just one of them. You know, you go to work, you know, we go around saying good morning. Well, you mourn at a funeral. That's why the judges wear black, because they're mourning justice. There is no justice in there. That's why police officers wear black. They're mourning justice as well. There is no justice there. I don't care if it's spelt different. It's all about the frequency, people, the sound, the vibration. Okay? These words are not words. These words are symbols. All these letters are symbols. And when you put these symbols together, they create a certain frequency. And if you don't know what the frequency does, well, then you're fucking yourself over. Okay? You go to work to earn a living. You put dead people in an urn. You know? Money is called currency because they're stealing your energy for it. Okay? You have the work week because they work you till you're weak, and then you're at your weekend. Okay? Children. You know, chill is cold, means cold. And dren, I forget what that one means, but I'll have to get my notes out when I go through this one. Because like I said, there's a lot to it, you know. And once you start breaking down these words and stuff, you start seeing the spell that we're all under. Anyways, wholeness, balance, vibrations, and love. I love you all. I'm Rick James, bitches, and I approve this message.